So in this session, we will discuss what are the career opportunities after GATE. Okay. So, and one should not miss GATE. If you join one field, you cannot change that field entire life. So you have to choose the specialization in the college, the field appropriately from now. Because if you do a mistake, you are gone for the entire life. So that's why this session is very important. We will go one by one. So let us see. After your GATE score, right? So in EC, there are 4 major specializations, right? So there are mainly 4 things you can do after your GATE score. So one, you can do MTech. So this MTech is mainly job oriented. Okay. So there are another field called MS or MTech by research. Okay. So this is like just but a stepping stone for doing PhD, right? So this will give you an idea of what is research and how the PhD life will be if you pursue in future. Okay. And also it won't stop you getting job after MS. Okay. One thing is, in this you may have to spend 1 more year or a half a year to do some research, because MTech the research may be noble or may not be noble, that is okay, but in MS or MTech by research there should be some nobility at the end of the course. Okay. So this is like you will get a insight of research. It will take little bit of more time, and it will help you to decide if you want to go to PhD or not. Definitely after this end of the course, there will be options for job. Okay. So there is option called direct PhD. So after BTech, also you can enroll for direct PhD. Okay. So thing is here, if you do after MTech, if you do PhD after MTech, the number of coursework will be less, maybe 2, 3, or 4. But if you do directly after BTech, the number of coursework will be very more, maybe 10 or something like that. Okay. So, and also after BTech, if you want to do PhD, it may take some 5 to 6 years. After MTech, it may take 3 to 4 years, depend upon your professor, area of work, and which field you are in, and how you are actually. Also, it's mainly depend upon you also, how you are working. Okay. So there is a direct PhD, it's like same only, but thing is you will get some scholarship from Prime Minister. Okay. So the scholarship money is very, very more. I say I think 70 to 75K. Okay. So, but thing is, it has some criteria. Okay, you have to check out what is the criteria. Maybe I think you are from MIT, NIT or IIT, and you have some research orientation. There is some criteria to to be selected in this scholarship. But if you get the scholarship, it's very, yeah, I think it is the best scholarship available for the higher study in India. So PM scholarship is the best scholarship. I think in a specialization or in a branch, maximum top 3-4% or 5% people will get the scholarship. So out of suppose 100 people are there, maximum 4 to 5 people will get this scholarship. Okay. So there will be a competition, and also there are a lot of criteria. You should have MTech from IIT or BTech from IIT or MTech or BTech from NIT. There are some criteria are there. It's not straightforward. Okay. So one can check out about this one. Now we'll discuss, since after your GATE, MTech is the most person who want to go to MTech. Okay. So we'll discuss about MTech only. Okay. So why you want to do MTech or MS? That's the first question. Okay. So because you have to struggle a lot to get a good rank, right? So I think approximately 2 to 2.5 lakh students are getting this. So in 2 to 2.5 lakh students, if you want to get a good rank, you have to struggle so much to get a rank. Okay. So but you should know what is the use of this one. Okay. So the first thing come to mind why I want to do MTech is this one. So it will give you a good exposure of the present technology or present trend that is going in a particular field. Okay. So you will be exposed to the present field, present work area, which field is presently working in the industry. Okay. So it will give you a good exposure. Thing is, just after BTech, there are the core MNC companies, like especially for MTech in electronics. Okay. is not very possible to go into. So it's very difficult to join a core MNC company after BTech. Okay, but after MTech, all the door is open. You can join any company, any top MNC company, especially the IC design companies. You can easily join. Okay, and they will give you very high pay with a good work culture and good future. Okay, so this is the doorway. Also, in this MTech or MS is I think 2.5 to 3 year. MTech is a 2 year. Okay, so in this 2 year, right? 1 year is only coursework. In coursework, you will be get introduced to different fields in the, suppose you are doing VLSI. Okay, so in VLSI, what are the fields you will in the coursework you will get to know. Okay? So depending upon the coursework will be like what are the present fields going on. You will get an idea of what is going on. Okay? So the 1 year is coursework. 1 year is completely research. Okay, so you will get a understanding of what is research. Okay? Suppose from this research, a small, I can say 1 year of research. Okay, you can get an idea if you want to pursue your career in research, how your life will be. Okay, that will help you to decide whether you want to go for higher studies, PhD on postdoc, you want to go to academic or not. So this thing is very easy to get an idea of the research. Okay, so personally I felt it's very important. Okay, blindly should not join in PhD just for getting a degree or getting into academic or getting industry. So one should not blindly join into PhD. My opinion is first you should understand how it will be, then you should join. Okay, research is not like just a degree. It's not a BTech degree or your 10th or 12th degree. It is far more than a degree. One should have passion or interest for this. Okay, so in this MTech, you will get this idea of what is research. Like I mentioned, if you like research and you love doing it, then you can plan of higher studies. If everything is going well, you can plan in India and abroad also. So if you have a MTech from good IIT or good college, maybe NIT or triple IIT. So if you have a good MTech, and in MTech, if you would have done some good research and you have published some papers, okay, so then it's very easy to get into a PhD in abroad. It's extremely easy. So, but thing is, if PhD in your mind, do a very good MTech. Very good MTech in the sense the second year, right? Second year is only research, right? First year is course, second year is research. You're very serious about the research. You're very serious in second year. It's not very difficult to get a paper in good journal. Well, so also very important in which field or which professor under you are working. That is very important. But if you are thinking of this one in the starting of the joining of MTech, okay, do some good research, good work, then it's very easy to get into a PhD in any good college abroad. Okay. So they will see what you have done in MTech. If they like your profile, they will himself call you and will give you admission. Okay. Similarly in India also. So if you have a good profile in MTech, it's very easy to do a PhD. Okay. So just after BTech, doing PhD is very difficult in abroad or India. But if you do MTech and if you do a good MTech, then it's easy one. Okay. So one thing is ki after your MTech, right, you will get exposure to so many things in the IIT, right? So it'll definitely boost your confidence in your career because you have seen ki how the present world is going on in this technology, like how the professors are working, how the best minds of the country in a one place, how they are working, how they are studying. So you'll get a very good idea of what is the present world is. Okay. So that will give you confidence. Okay. You know, you have exposure to the current cutting edge technology. Okay. So that will give you a confidence in the particular field, whichever field you are working in MTech. Okay. So that confidence is very important. Okay. If you have confidence, even if you are not deserving, you will get that position because that is very important confidence. Okay. It will give you opportunity to meet all the brilliant minds of the country. Okay, so you will get a good idea about what is you'll get a very good idea on how people doing good work. Okay, so the good work meaning you will get to know if you do a MTech from a good college. So that's very important. Also, you will get a good circle, friend circle in future, having varieties of Like they will be doing job in varieties of field, like communication, VLSI, signal processing. So they will be in the top companies, top. Somebody will go to top college for PhD. Okay. So you will have a good friend circle. So there you will get to know about different things. Suppose you are working in communication, somebody working in VLSI, somebody working in abroad PhD, somebody doing a lectureship in somewhere. So that kind of circle you will get if you do MTech there. Okay, so then your idea will be burden, and the wall will be small to you. Okay, so this is the, I think, few motivation for me to do MTech. This is my opinion. Okay, this may vary from person to person. This is my opinion. Then, so for MTech in electronics, so I am today talking about only electronics. Okay, so in MTech in electronics, what are the major specializations one look for? Okay, so the first and best one is VLSI. VLSI, or it is called microelectronics. Microelectronics. Okay, so both are interchangeable, and the name VLSI in different colleges may be different. Some college microelectronics, in some college VLSI, some college it is integrated circuit technology. Okay, some colleges. So I will explain what are the different names. Okay, but so we will see there are four specializations. One is VLSI, second is communication and signal processing, right? So the branch electronics and communication means first is electronics, second is communication. Okay, so communication and signal processing. Next is RF and microwave. Then electronic system engineering. So we will understand detailedly what are the different fields. Okay, so first thing is VLSI. So what do you mean by VLSI? Okay, so the first thing is you join any college, right? Microelectronics. In microelectronics, the major portion will be first analog circuit design. So you have to understand about the analog circuit design. Okay, another thing is digital IC design. So in digital IC design, you will know all the like state machine, flip flops, whatever you studied. Right, little advance of this will be studied this. Similarly, in analog electronics, what you have studied? You have studied BJT amplifier, common source, common gate, common drain amplifier in MOSFET. We have studied a little bit of differential amplifier. Okay, but here we will study complete analog circuit up to op-amp. So we will study very in detail of the op-amp design, op-amp differential amplifier. Okay, so current mirror. So all these things in detail we will study in this analog circuit course. Okay. Similarly, in detail IC design, we will study starting from conventional logic to go up to state machine. So mostly we will study more of the state machine. Okay, and different digital path design, like how to minimize delay, how to minimize power dissipation. There will be a lot of constraint, right? In the digital design, there is a lot of constraint, power, area, then size. Okay, so cost. So there will be a lot of optimization. Okay, so that all things you will study in digital design. Then in device modeling, it's like what is modeling? Modeling is nothing but like suppose I will give a diode, right? Suppose there is a diode. Okay, so if I want to plot the ID-VD characteristic, all of you know it is like this. Okay, so what is modeling in this? Modeling means suppose you get a new device, right? I don't know. So suppose you get a new device. Okay, you plot the current voltage characteristic. It will come in some I don't know how it will be. Okay, in a new device. Then like here ID is equal to I0 into exponential of VD by VT, right? So that thing how it come from modeling, right? Modeling means in a simple language expressing the IB characteristic mathematically, right? By understanding the physics. I am repeating what is modeling. Modeling means expressing the current voltage characteristic of any device mathematically by understanding the physics behind it. Okay, so suppose you got a characteristic like this, I versus B. Okay, then you have to go inside the device and you will understand how physics is operating, why the current flows in a particular way. Then by understanding the physics intuitively, then you have to come up with the mathematical equation. Okay, finally suppose you got some mathematics, I is equal to some you got function of method, some function of something you got. Okay, then that mathematics you got from intuitively, then you have to plot the IV characteristic of this equation, then you have to match with the whatever you got in reality. So the equation you got from physics and the device characteristic should match. Then only whatever you thought intuitively, that is correct, right? So in modeling, in device modeling, we have to know physics of operation of all the devices in order to express the characteristic mathematically. Getting? So this is nothing but modeling. What is Vlsi technology? In Vlsi technology, what you will do? We will study the IC fabrication technology. How a transistor or a IC is fabricated, right? Like different ways of fabrication, like what is photolithography, what is diffusion, what is ion implantation, what is etching. Okay, what is the how a IC is formed in a foundry. The technology will study. It is nothing but how a IC is constructed. What is the way, right? So all these things will be covered in the Vlsi technology. Okay. So similarly, these courses will be covered in the MTech. Okay. So then, depending upon your interest, suppose while studying the, and in each course you will get one or two project. Okay, you have to, so unlike in BTech, right, course will be simple course only. Here what will happen, right, in each course there will be some project which will be explaining you the subject. So in order to understand the subject properly, there will be a lab attached to each subject. Okay, so unlike in BTech, your course means only course, there won't be any like project, right? So here in every course there will be some project, there are some assignment. Okay, so that will understand, that will clear your understanding from the deep. Okay, so while doing the labs in each subject, each course, and while doing the assignment, we will get to know in which field you are interested, right? Suppose you are thinking that you are interested in analog circuit. Okay, then in second year you have to go under a professor who do research in this analog circuit. Suppose somebody liking this modeling course. Okay, suppose you want to do more of modeling, you want to do research in modeling, then you have to find out in your college which professor is working in modeling. Then you have to go and talk to him. Then you have to work in this field modeling for the second year thesis or second year research. Okay, so this course work will expose you a different areas of your MTech, and depending upon your interest, in second year you will be enrolled thesis under a supervisor, right? So there are few research areas in VLSI. So somebody can work on VLSI system design, right? System design, you know, it will deal with the system, overall system of a chip, right? So what are the blocks should be there in a particular system, right? Suppose you tell any equipment, like, okay, suppose you take mobile, okay, mobile. So in that, what are the blocks? Block level design, right? System design. So this is the system design. So inside each block, there will be analog and digital circuit, right? This is like a top level design. So inside each block, there will be some blocks which is complete analog, some block complete digital, right? Some also will be there mixed signal. Okay. So inside this analog and digital will be there, right? So there are some guys who are interested to do research in this analog and digital circuit can do research. There are like device modeling or simulation, like I explained what is modeling. Okay. So in solid state devices, there is a new device architecture, right? So you can based on the physics, uh, you can derive, you can get a new device depending upon the physics of understanding. Okay, so solid state device will give you to do a new device of architecture. Okay, so nano electrons and nanoscale devices. So when the size, you will understand what is nanoscale devices when you undergone MTech. Nanoscale means now you see the channel length is getting reduced, and the channel length is nowadays decreasing to nanoscale. Okay, so when the channel length is very small, okay, lot of other things are coming. What are the things, like when in a MOSFET, right? In a MOSFET, when the channel length, this is channel length, right? This is gate, this is source, this is drain, right? So when the channel length is very small, right? So apart from what you study in normal MOSFET, there are hundreds of things coming into picture. Okay, that things will be covered in detail in the nanoscale technology. Okay. Then these two are there. This is the presently called organic electronics. Okay. So now we have seen all the IC fabrication in a silicon wafer, right? Silicon wafer. Okay. This organic electronics means electronics using organic material, right? So this is a new field. Okay. Organic and flexible electronics both are similar only. Okay. Flexible electronics is like, in electronics in your suppose cloth, in your book. So using the organic material. This is a very new field, organic electronics. So these are available in IIT Kanpur and IIT Madras. You can check into this. So electronics using organic material, right? So semiconductor using organic material. It has a lot of advantage. Like this semiconductor can be fabricated in very low cost. Okay, it can be fabricated on plastic, on cloth, on wall, everywhere. So electronics can be printed in your, you can say whatever cloth you are wearing. Okay, it can be printed in your you can say wall. Okay, so this is nothing but flexible electronics. Okay, so these two are interchangeable. So this is a new field. Okay, organic and flexible electronics. Electronics semiconductor in organic material, right? This is a new field of electronics. Then photovoltaics, like solar cell, photovoltaics. So all the things you know. Okay, so these are few areas. This is not all, right? This area is not exhaustive. Like this, thousands are there. I'm just listed out to give you a flavor of how your life will be in Vlsi, right? And you will be surprised to know 70-80% jobs in electronics in Vlsi field. Okay, so out of the selection I told you, okay, the more number of jobs are there in Vlsi. Okay, let me tell you. So Vlsi job opportunity. Like you see, if somebody would have worked in system design, somebody worked in analog, somebody worked in digital, right? Somebody worked in modeling. So there are companies who work on, like suppose you see analog devices. So it primarily work on analog circuits, right? Like if you see AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, okay, so they work more on digital. It doesn't mean that they don't work on analog. Okay, so in these companies, more of digital will be there, less analog will be there. Okay, so in Texas Instrument, it primarily work more on digital side. Okay, so depending upon your interest, you can join any companies. There are a lot of companies. Okay, these are not these are not list. These are not all. Okay, I just listed out few companies work in Vlsi in India. Okay, this list is not exhaustive. There are many companies working in Vlsi, and the job opportunity is very plenty. So the job opportunity in Vlsi is plenty. Okay, so there are a lot of jobs available. For example, when I was doing MTech at IIT Kanpur, we have around 15 students in MTech. Okay, around 17 companies have visited. Can you believe? That is the in time 2015 I'm telling. Now it is even increased. Okay, so the job opportunity in Vlsi is very more compared to any other field in electronics, I can say. Okay, so in Vlsi industry, what they are working, they are producing the IC, maybe analog or digital ICs. Okay, for varieties of application like automation, industrial automation, then automobile, mobile, laptop, whatever you see, mobile. Okay, so wherever you see computers, so wherever you see the ICs will be there, right? ICs. So first so that's why this field is very broad. Almost all fields of modernization, this ICs are there. Okay, so this is a very broad field. Then we will see communication. So I think you have all of you understood how is Vlsi, how your life will be in Vlsi. Okay, so mostly I can say 60, sorry, it's not 60, 70-80% people will work on digital. Okay, 30-20% people will work on analog. Okay, so in digital there will be a lot of automation, but in analog it completely intuitive, and it need little more understanding of the subject. Okay, like you have to be little, I think, intuitive. Okay, working in this field, very challenging field, and even though the jobs are having less percentage, but the pay is very more because number of people working in analog is very small. I mean, very small means small compared to digital. That's why the job opportunity here is, even though it is less, it is paying more, and the job field is very challenging. Okay. Then communications and signal processing. So in communication, you primarily deal with wireless communication. So these are the major courses in communication. Okay. So random theory and random process, information theory and coding, signal processing, digital signal DSP. Okay. So if you do your MTech in communication and signal processing, major many courses, but it will be concentrating around this course. Okay. So then if you see the research areas, right, there are information theory, coding, telecom, wireless network, then digital switching. These are the main, the 5G wireless communication system, digital signal, digital DSP. Okay. Then there will be signal system theory. So computer vision. These are all are the different areas of work. Like I said, there are different areas of work, like analog and digital circuit, device modeling, solid state devices. Similarly, here also there are few areas of work. They are not exhaustive. Okay. So primarily you will be working on one of the following areas. Okay. So if you see in communication, right, like I explained you how your job will be in VLSI. VLSI will be mostly your analog circuit or digital circuit, right, digital design. In communication, you see there are a lot of companies are there like Qualcomm, Intel, Samsung, all good companies. MediaTek, then Analog Devices, Texas Instrument. They are all very good companies. Okay, paying you very more. But here, your job profile is very different. Like this communication job, right? You have to be good at software. Okay, so majorly you will be working on what is it called? Uh, System design, communication system design. Like I told you, Vlsi system design. So this is a very good job. Okay, what they will do, suppose in your mobile, right? So it have to accept the signal, right, from the space. So there will be antenna, there will be some RF filters. Okay, there will be some digital signal processing, right? Then it will be converted into analog. So the whole chain, okay, will be done by this communication system design, end-to-end system design. Okay. Then there are some guy who will work on DSP. So digital signal processors. So these are the hardware, okay, where you have to implement your ideas to see whether whatever you are implemented, whatever you are thinking of, are you coming correct or not. You are thinking something, okay. So you first have to have a mathematics. Then you have to this will come from your simulation, right? Simulation means maybe MATLAB or something. You will use MATLAB. So the communication system will be simulated using MATLAB. Then it will be verified experimentally using a hardware called DSP. Okay. There is another something called firmware. So firmware is, suppose you have a microcontroller or FPGA, right? So we have to write a software for getting a specified job out of the FPGA or controller. Okay, so in order to get a specific job, right? So in order to do a specific task, you have to write a program, right, in a hardware. That is called firmware. Firmware means for a specific job, you have to write a particular program into a hardware, maybe FPGA or DSP, anything. Okay, maybe embedded system. So that is nothing but firmware. Firmware is a software which is written in the hardware in order to do a particular task. Okay, this is one area of job you can do. So then another thing is also there that is called, I can say, what is that, software. Okay, so the communication jobs will be more of this one. Okay, so if you like this kind of job, right? So this is firmware, software, DSP, all this mainly concentrating on software. Okay, should be good at software. Okay, so if you like to do job in this field, okay, then only you do this MTech in communication. Okay. So signal processing, then digital communication, firmware, software, system design, MATLAB. So life will be revolving around all these things. Okay. If you like this, you can join. There are a lot of job opportunities are there in very good companies. Pay also very good. The pay for this communication jobs also similar to Vlsi job. Okay. I cannot say less or more. It will be similar to that one. But the work profile is very different from the Vlsi job. Okay. One thing in Vlsi I missed to tell you. This all the courses, right, which I mentioned here. The Vlsi is more interesting and very intuitive. Okay. It's not mathematical. It's not software. So it's more intuitive and more understandable. Okay. You can visualize the subject. It's not very mathematics is there. Okay. So this is the Vlsi course. But the communication is means unlikely in Vlsi. Communication will be lot of mathematics will be there. Okay. Lot of simulations you have to do. So it's very different from Vlsi actually. Okay. So you have to develop a lot of softwares. You have to do a lot of MATLAB coding. Okay. Then you have to understand the probability random process. So in my opinion, doing MTech in Vlsi doing is easier compared to in communication. In communication, all the things are not, we are not good at BTech, frankly speaking. Right? So these things are not studied properly in BTech, but VLSI subjects are similar to BTech. So doing a MTech in VLSI is, according to me, easier compared to communication. And the job opportunity in VLSI is definitely more compared to VLSI. Okay, and jobs are interesting and intuitive, good. So all the advantages there in VLSI. So in communication, if somebody likes all these things, and definitely can opt. There are a lot of opportunity, plenty of opportunity. Okay, but this is a different job. Okay, then something called RF and photonics. Okay, so if somebody likes electromagnetic theory, okay, antenna theory, and RF microwave integrated, so there is something called RF integrated circuit. Like I showed you that when you want, suppose in a mobile, okay, mobile, after antenna receive the signal, okay, there are a lot of low noise amplifiers, lot of amplifiers, RF amplifiers, right? So these RF amplifiers will do the, there is nothing but RF IC. The ICs which works on this radio frequency. Okay, this is called RF integrated circuit. It's very challenging area, very challenging and tough area. Okay, so RFIC is very, present in boom. Okay, because whichever software, whichever device you take, there is some RF integrated circuit. RF integrated circuit, this is a IC, okay, which work on this RF frequency, right? So you can see in RF there are very more, research areas like electromagnetic theory, RF engineering, microwave antennas, okay, RFID, microwave imaging. Okay, what is microwave imaging? You know, like to a surface or to a location, the microwave will be bombarded, and from the reflection of the microwaves, you will create an image. There is nothing but microwave image. The advantage of microwave imaging is you can take image photos in both light and deep, means night and day condition. Also, you can take photo in your cloud condition. So, like you see, there are a lot of microwave radars, right? Microwave radars. Okay, it will do microwave imaging. What it will do? It will first transmit the microwaves. Okay, then depending upon the reflection, right? Depending upon the reflection, it will create an image. So the microwave imaging doesn't depend upon the cloud condition or day or night. So all these spy satellite or weather prediction satellite, okay, they are using this theory, microwave radar imaging. Okay, so these are all things. Also in photonics, also nanophotonics. Nowadays these fiber optics are everywhere. Fiber optic sensors, fiber optic quantum cryptography. So all the things are there. Okay. So there are various fields in electronics, right? So if you want interested, you can join RF also. So in RF there are many companies working on, right, like Intel, IBM, Eaton, in ISRO. In ISRO, lot of RF work is going on. So like ISRO is producing all the radars, like I showed you, microwave radar, okay, then satellite communication satellites, and imaging satellite. So this is there in ISRO. Okay. So ISRO, there are a lot of RF work is going on. Then applied material, then power gear, DRDO. DRDO also works on a lot of RF application. Okay, so these are the companies you can look for after your MTech from RF and Photonics. Okay, this is also altogether a different field compared to communication and VLSI, right? Then this is a kind of mixed kind of branch called electronic system design, right? So electronic system engineering, it's like a mix of everything. Like it have embedded system, it have VLSI, it have solid devices. So this course is like blend of everything. Okay, electronic system engineer can work on VLSI, can work on communication. Okay, you can work on embedded system. Okay, you can see signal processing application, speech and audio processing. So in Samsung and other companies, they have a audio processing team or speech processing team. Okay, biomedical, like all the medical equipments, right? Your MRI, CT scanner, all the VP machines. So all the electronics, a lot of electronics, right? So they are using all the components to make a system. So the electronic system engineering, they use all the varieties of components to a system, like medical equipment, right? MRI, CT scan, everything, right? These are will come in. This all will come in electronic system engineering. Okay, the embedded system. So VLSI also. So this is like a blend of everything. Okay, a electronic system engineer can join in VLSI, can join also in communication. Also, they can join in embedded system companies. Okay. So if you get so if you do your MTech in electronic system engineering, okay, there are all the jobs like these companies are common in VLSI and communication, right? Texas Instrument, General Electric, Intel, Bosch, Eaton, Honeywell, okay, Cypress Semiconductor. So these are all VLSI plus communication industries. Okay. So in summary, out of the four specialization, you would have got an idea of what the specialization is. Okay. So according to me, before choosing a college, first mentally finalize a specialization. Okay. For me, my opinion, according to my opinion, selecting a specialization is very important compared to selecting a college. Right? Suppose let me tell you one case study. Case one. Okay. Suppose a guy interested in VLSI. Okay. But he got first he got IISc Bangalore communication. And he got VLSI in IIT Roorkee. Okay. So in my opinion, if you are interested in VLSI in IIT Roorkee, IITR, okay, IIT Roorkee. Okay. So IIT Roorkee. Okay. So even though IISc is a top class college, I think I can say number one college. Okay. But if somebody is really interested in VLSI, right? If he is not getting anywhere, but is getting in IIT Roorkee, according to my opinion, one should go for this because this is the field, right? So thing is, once you choose a field during your entire career, it's very difficult to change, right? And suppose you like VLSI and you want to work in VLSI, if you really love the subject, even if you get a good college, IISc, I can say, for according to me, IIT Roorkee also if you can take it. Because after entering into a industry, right? After entering into a industry, if you have some 1 year, 2 year experience, then whichever college you pass out, right? Doesn't matter at all. Because just after entry, right? Later part of jobs, they will see only your work experience. Right? They won't see your which college you are from. IIC or IIT Rookie. Okay, but if you do in communication, right, working in Vlsi later is quite difficult. Getting so even if initially they are not getting a very good core company, okay, after 1 year work of sincere work, it's very easy to switch to a very good company. Okay, so I can say, suppose you work in a company A which is giving 4 to 5 lakhs. Okay, but a communication guy from IISc is getting suppose 15 lakhs. I'm just giving you a case study, may not be true. Okay, 15 lakhs. Okay, but he will be in communication only entire life. But this guy A, right, if he have a lot of interest for this VLSI, okay, can switch the company, okay, to B in 1-2 year. This 5 can be 20 also. Okay, so don't see the kind of company you are getting initially, because you have to work for entire life. So in entire life, if you work sincerely, you can go to any other company also, depending upon your work profile or sincerity. Right? So choosing a specialization is very, very important. Okay, first choose a specialization. So even if you are getting not the best college also, you can join in another college also. Okay, but first is specialization. So then after choosing a specialization, where to join? Right? So first you try for IITs. Okay, that to best IITs. IIC Bangalore, number one. Okay, not means top class college. Okay, IIC Bangalore, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, then IIT Delhi, right? Then IIT Bombay, right? IIT Roorkee, IIT Guwahati. IIT Guwahati is there. IIT Guwahati. Okay, these are the top 6 colleges. First and foremost thing is you try for these top 6 colleges. Okay, if you don't get, then you can try next colleges as like IIT Hyderabad, okay, IIT Gandhinagar. Here is IIT Gandhinagar. Mm-hmm. Gandhinagar should be there. Okay, I don't know. No, I know that. IIT Gandhinagar. Okay, so first you try for the IIT Bangalore, IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi. Okay, 6, 7, 10, IIT Guwahati 8. Okay, so the top 8 colleges first you try. If you get well and good, otherwise you can try next colleges like IIT Hyderabad, IIT Gandhinagar, okay, IIT Bhubaneswar. So all other IITs you can try later. Okay, first try for the 6 colleges. Okay, then if you don't get IIT, no issue. You can try for this NITs, right? So this is a portal, CCMT portal, common portal for all the NITs and few IIT, triple IITs, right? So these are the top NITs: NIT Trichy, Surathkal, Warangal, Calicut, Allahabad, Rourkela, then Surat, Jaipur, Nagpur, and Koiru. Okay, so they are top colleges where the placement is good, right? So one can try. Okay, so especially for Bhilesai, Bhilesai, these are the order, right? NIT Trichy, NIT Warangal, Surathkal, and Calicut. Okay, so even if you join here, right, you can easily go to a good company. Okay, so if you want VLSI, even if you don't get a 6 IIT or some the other IIT also, okay, you can really join in NIT Trichy. They will give you a good job. If your aim is to do job after your MTech, you can blindly join NIT Trichy also, right? For VLSI. Then there are a lot of triple IITs, right? So the Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Delhi are very famous, right? So any of them also you can join, right? So if you join from all these colleges, then also placement should be good, right? So then I'll just give you, like, suppose you took any college. Suppose you take IIT Madras. If you go to IIT Madras, then what are the things you should look for? Okay, so I'll give you an example of some few IITs, then you can do the same thing for others. So IIT matters. So in electrical engineering, these are the things available. Okay, communication, power system, microelectronics, electronic system design, RF, integrated circuit, and control system. Right. In this microelectronic Vlsi and integrated circuit and system. Right. So these two are one and same. As far as the job opportunity is concerned. Okay. So even if you don't get Vlsi, you can try for IC, integrated circuits and systems. Okay. So both are similar nature. The coursework, the thesis, everything will be similar. Okay. And the job, especially the job. Then the electronic design and instrumentation. Okay. It is morely towards automation. Also, the automation means the industrial automation, right? The embedded system. So this electronic system design also you can take next. If you are interested in VLSI, if you are not getting VLSI, you can join for electronic system design instead of communication. Suppose some guy is very interested in VLSI, he is not getting VLSI in good colleges, top eight IITs. Okay, so VLSI, who don't get in top 8 IITs, then you can try for this electronic system engineering. Okay, so you can try. Because in EAC, electronic system engineering, you will study a lot of courses from VLSI. Okay, also you can do your research also in VLSI. There is a loophole. Okay, it's like a loophole, I can say. Suppose somebody is interested in VLSI, join in EAC, then you can take the electric courses from VLSI, and also it will have some core courses also from VLSI. So it have you can take course from VLSI, and you can do research in VLSI. Just take the branch ESC. This is a loophole. Okay, but it has some added advantage. Suppose somebody is interested in embedded system, okay, in automation, all the things also possible in ESC. But if somebody is keen to do in VLSI, even if you take in ESC, it is not difficult to enter into VLSI industry. Okay, so these are the cutoffs. These are the cutoffs. So where you can see, suppose you want to join in microelectronics. Okay, microelectronics EC3Y. Okay, see, for general, the cutoff is 860. So according to me, if you are interested in VLSI, if you are getting IIT Madras, blindly you should join, because in my opinion, this is best for IIT, this is best for VLSI. As per the research and faculties are concerned. Okay, so even if you get IIC or IIT Bombay or any other IIT, in my opinion, if somebody is getting VLSI in IIT Madras, should take blindly, because the faculties and the research is good in VLSI at IIT Madras. Okay. Then also you can take, if you are interested in communication, you can join in IIT Madras communication. Communication is also good in IIT Madras. Okay. So these are the things, these are the cutoff. You can see. Okay. Cutoff in VLSI is very high, 860. For OBC it is 769. Okay. Similarly, for communication, E1Y communication 730 and 631, little less than VLSI. So always VLSI will go first. So the summary from this slide is IIT Madras is best for VLSI. Okay, also for communication, but for best for VLSI. Even if you are getting top college like IIT Bangalore, IIT Bombay, I can recommend you can join IIT Madras for VLSI. Okay. Then there is a MS program called TIMS. TI means Texas Instrument MS at IIT Madras. Okay. The advantage is here you will get to 25 to 25K stipend compared to 12,400 in normal MTech, right? And here also you don't need very high rank, because they will conduct interview and written exam. Okay, so they will call some lower rank people also. So they will conduct interview and plus written test. So they will call little higher rank. Okay. Then in the second year, third year, right, you will get opportunity for internship at TI. If you do a TIMS, okay, and if you do your internship well, likely that you will be joining TI, will get offer from TI, which is non-binding, right? So TIMS definitely have a added advantage. Okay, somebody is interested in join in industry. Okay, you get high stipend, internship opportunity also will get in second year. Okay, and here, but thing is, TIMS you have to work on mostly on analog. Okay, so analog design, IIT Madras is very good in analog design. So I can say best for analog circuit design. The best in India is IIT Madras. Okay, for analog circuit design, best college in India is IIT Madras. I am repeating again. Okay, so if you got this TIMS, right, definitely it's a very good degree to take it. Okay, there is a normal MS also. Like you have to apply for same interview and written. This is normal MS from the institute. Okay, there it will be like same. You will get still 400, but here it will be around 2.5 to 3 year of course. So there the 1.5 to 2 year you have to work on some field research. Okay, you have to choose two things. First, field of research. Second is professor. Of these two things should be chosen very judiciously, right? For MS or MTech, right? So depending from the coursework, you can get to know what you are interested at. Then choose a proper field of research and proper professor for your MS. Then life will be very easy, right? Then you will go to IIT Bombay. So in IIT Bombay, I could not see this MS option, right? IIT Madras, I have MS and MTech both. So I can say if somebody is not getting MS, right, not getting MTech, then join MS blindly, not issue at all. MS is almost similar to MTech only, and the job opportunity, the research opportunity, the area of exposure, everything is similar, or I think better. Okay, so this MS people are underestimating. If you are getting, even if you are having little less rank, you can join blindly. Okay, so don't always look at MTech. If you are getting MS in good colleges, right, better you take. Suppose you are getting MTech at ISC and MS. Sorry. Suppose you get a MTech in some like NIT or triple IT or new IITs, and getting MS at IIT Madras or IISc. Okay, you can blindly leave MTech, join MS. That is my opinion. Okay, may not be true also, but according to my opinion, if you are getting MTech from NIT or triple IT or some new IIT, don't worry for 0.5 year or 1 year, join MS at IIT Madras or IISc. It will give you a very good exposure of the technology. Okay, so this is very important. Don't join MTech in some new IIT or NIT or triple IT. Better join MS. Okay, but for that you have to prepare well for the interview and written exam. Okay. Then, so here also in IIT Bombay, similarly, we have communication, control, and automation, power electronics, electronic system, integrated circuit and systems, solid devices. So these two are, again, I'm telling you, it's like a loophole. Okay, even though the IC and systems and solid devices are two programs. Okay, so if you take solid devices, right, you can take similar course as IC and do research similar to that one. So both will be similar only. Okay, the solid devices mostly towards device physics, device modeling, but it won't stop you to do research in IC, analog circuit or digital circuit, which is job oriented. All right, even though this is mostly towards device physics and modeling, when you join here, you can easily take any course from this. These are both interchangeable. Even the placement wise, both are similar. You can easily enter into Vlsi industry. Okay. Similarly, if these two are not getting, you can try for electron system. So in first you try Vlsi in also. I will summarize at the end. Okay. So this power system, power electronics, even though you are eligible, these two, so these two more towards the electrical people. Okay, but even you are eligible, right? Then communication engineering, I am already explained. So these are the cutoff you can see. You can see this is IC, right? Having very high cutoff, right? IIT Bombay. Solid device having less cutoff. So a guy can take solid device, right? And easily can do similar things of IC. And easily can enter the same industry as IC. Okay, and that is the loophole. Okay. In IIC Bangalore. So fortunately, we have MTech. Blend of embedded system, Vlsi, analog, digital, everything. Okay. Then we have microelectronics and Vlsi, then nanoscience and engineering. So these three things, if you join, you can enter into Vlsi very easily. Vlsi industry. So even if you take any of the three things, you can enter into Vlsi industry easily. Okay. Signal processing and communication will be having similar job profile, similar cost structure. Okay. Solid device, similar to Vlsi. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if whichever course you take, the courses are similar, you're going to research also similar, the job also similar. Okay, but here the criteria is 70% get score and you have to appear the interview. Okay, so a good thing you have to get an interview, you have to appear for the interview. Okay, so I will summarize later, but here the thing is you can choose any of the thing for Vlsi, communication and signal processing are similar. This is cutoff you see. So very high cutoff, 933 to 836, which is expected, right? IIC Bangalore. So IIT Kharagpur, good thing is there is no interview. Okay. So here the RF and microelectronics and Vlsi design. This RF, so this IIT Kharagpur is good in this subject, right? Microwave and RF, they are very good at. If somebody is interested in RF and microwave, better join IIT Kharagpur. Okay. So this telecommunication is nothing but communication engineering. Okay. This is more towards embedded system, speech or signal processing, right? Speech processing or video processing, right? So this is embedded system. Samsung, Qualcomm, all people are working on this. Okay, embedded system. So one can choose accordingly. So the cutoff you see, cutoff we can take it. So for Vlsi is very high cutoff, right? EEC2 Vlsi very high cutoff. So every college the cutoff for Vlsi is very high because of high demand, easy course, okay, and good jobs. So IIT Delhi, have a good thing, okay, but they have the normal integrated circuit course. Also they have something called, this is an interdisciplinary course. Okay, so this EEM and JVL both are similar. Okay, EEM and JVL are similar. Similar for as for a course, study, research and job. So in all the way they are similar. Okay, so but this will take directly. Okay, and for this JVL, right? This is a, I think, sponsored by the industry. Okay, so this will, the course is more towards industry oriented. This JVL course is towards in industry oriented. Good one. Okay, you get it. It's very good. Vlsi design tools and technology. More industry to industry is a interdisciplinary course having industry orientation. Okay. Similarly, the communication is normal communication, right? The JTM, right? JTM, telecom technology and management. This is also a similar to, so triple E remote communication plus JTM. Both are similar. Okay, in terms of course, thesis, job. But thing is, this is industry sponsored. The ZTM is net sponsored, okay, but this is college sponsored. But both are similar, same money, everything same. So if you don't get this one, you can easily apply for this one. JOP also a industry sponsored course. Optical, it is mostly towards optical communication. So MS program is available in ZTM and JVL. Okay, in ZTM means communication, JVL means Vlsi. So you can easily apply for this ZTM and JVL. If your score is little less, no problem, join in MS. Okay, but here you have to appear an interview. Okay, this is about IIT Delhi. IIT Delhi has a good thing. This is providing two programs for same thing. EN JVL is for Vlsi, EE ZTM is for communication. So IIT Kanpur. So IIT Kanpur is my college where I studied my MTech. Okay. So this year have is providing microelectronics and Vlsi. So like I mentioning in Vlsi, you will get organic or flexible electronics. Is there in IIT Kanpur. Okay. So very good professors are there in organic electronics and flexible electronics, but this is more towards device physics. Okay. And recently they have a good faculty for analog circuit design also. So faculties from IIT Madras have joined in IIT Kanpur. Okay. So good for analog circuits. Okay. Because faculties from IIT Madras which are good to join IIT Kanpur. Okay. So this RF microwave also you can try. But IIT Kanpur is very good for single position communication. Somebody want to join communication, they can join IIT Kanpur. It's very good for communication. Okay. In Photonics and RF are similar job opportunity. Then this is the thing. Let me summarize. Summary. Okay. Summary I am doing. Okay. First, fix specialization. Okay. Look for top 8 IIT. Like I mentioned, top 8 IIT. Okay. If you don't get, try for new IIT. This is very important. Let me keep properly. Okay. First step, fix specialization. First try for top 8 IIT. Okay. So in top 8 IIT, okay. If you want Vlsi, IIT Madras is best. Okay. Other IITs also you can join. Both are all are almost equal. Okay. But and also in terms of job opportunity, whichever IIT, top IIT, it's okay. You can get a equal job opportunity. Only thing is Vlsi is good at IIT Madras. That is my favorite, personal favorite. Okay. If you don't get top IIT, try for new IIT. Preferably Hyderabad and Gandhinagar. Okay. Among the new, these two are good. Okay. If you are not getting still, then try for old NITs like NIT Tirchi, Warangal, Suratkal, all these things, Calicut, and Rourkela. These things you can try. Okay. Then Triple IT. So both are similar, Triple IT and old NIT. So Triple IT, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi are good. Okay. So these are like order of preferences, right? First fix the specialization, then try all these things. Okay. Then suppose you fix your specialization, Okay, even if you're not getting top, so first fix your specialization. Okay, even if you don't get top notch college also, you can join. For example, you fix your specialization in Vlsi. Example, you fix in specialization in Vlsi. Case study. Okay, first case. Suppose you fix in Vlsi. Okay, but you get communication in IIC. Okay, communication you got in IIC. In Vlsi, you got in IIT Guwahati. Suppose. Okay, join Vlsi. No problem. No problem. Because the knowledge, because you will be in the same field entire life. Okay, and maybe the company you may not get, maybe you may get also, may not get a top company also, but after entering into a field, it's not very easy, very difficult to switch the field company, right? So after entering into industry, if you work sincerely, it's not very difficult to change the industry, right? That's why first choose specialization, then choose the college. Okay, this is summary of what I am telling till now. Then how to prepare for the interview. So this is a, I think, big topic. Okay, but broadly I will tell you, if you are going for VLSI, you should be very good at analog, digital, and EDC. These things are only they will ask. If you are going for any VLSI interview, they will ask analog circuits, digital circuits, and EDC. Right? And if you are preparing TIMS, like I told you, TIMS, okay, they will ask network theory also. Network theory. Morely RLC circuits. Okay, so in analog circuits, you will study more on differential amplifier, current mirror, okay, op-amp. Okay, digital, you have to be very good at state machine. Okay, in EDC, you should know very clearly about diode physics. Okay, like what is energy band diagram, what is a built-in potential, how energy band, what is the non-equilibrium, how forward bias, what is reverse bias, okay, what is depression width, everything should be very clear. If you do know diode, other things are also easy. Okay, so more this is VLSI. The signal communication, right? This will be study both analog and digital communication, analog and digital communication. The signal system should be very good at. Okay, then they may ask algebra, because in second year, right, in thesis, you have to use this algebra. In order to implement your idea, you have to use algebra in MATLAB, right? So, and random theory. Broadly. So, this topic is very vast, but I'm just summarizing what are things you need to focus on. Okay. Okay, this is another topic, right? So the PSUs in EC is unfortunately very less. Also, it's a, it's a, I can say it's a blessing in disguise, right? Because it gives you opportunity. Since its PSU is very less, you don't want to focus. You don't need to focus on PSU. Okay, you can try joining a very good college for MTech. Then after MTech, you have plenty of opportunities available. Right? I mentioned here, plenty of opportunities available, plenty, right? Plenty of opportunities available. See companies, very top-notch companies. These are the top companies, right? Paying you so high than PSUs. The companies will pay you very high than PSUs with a very good work culture. Okay, and you will get to work on the area of interest, right? But if you join in PSU, right? In PSU, very least likely that you will get a job profile which you are liking, right? So the job will be little bit monotonous, right? But in village industry or communication industry or RF industry, the job is not monotonous. The job is challenging, money is more, culture is good, life is good. But thing is, you have to study 2 years more. That's the only thing. But that is okay. But if you are like hurry in getting money, then a PSU. But entire life you will be depending like I'm not getting good work. Work profile is not good here. There is a shift in night. You have to go to night shift. So all things are in PSU. Okay. So night shift. But thing is, it will give you a job 2 years in advance. just after BTech. People will be very happy. But later part of time, a MTech guy, if you see, he have a very good job, very good life compared to a PSU guy. Okay, because PSU the location also will be many times very remote locations, right? Which will not have a good communication, healthcare, education facilities, right? So more time. The thing is, the advantage is you will get a job immediately after BTech, but there are a lot of disadvantages also there. Unfortunately, this is a blessing in disguise for electronics guys because they don't have much space and opportunities, so they can blindly focus on GATE and join MTech. Right? Still, there are some PSUs which are there in EC, Airport Authority of India Limited. You have to get a good rank at 300 to 50, 350. NTPC, okay, National Thermal Power Corporation of India Limited. Right? So we'll get AR on 100. Okay, but you see, if you get AI 100, AI 100, you get NTPC, and also you get MTech in good colors. I can say if you are patient enough, and if your family is supporting you, you are not financially very poor, the family is not depending so much on you on financially, you can really join in this MTech, leaving this NTPC job. Because the NTPC, they'll give you good money, no doubt in that. But the job profile for electronics engineer is not good. Okay, you will not get challenging problems. You will not get good work culture to do job. Okay, also location will not be good. But thing is, initially you will get a lot of money. That's why I'm telling. If family is supporting, you have a good supporting family, and financially they are not very depending on you, then you can easily join MTech. Okay, this Power Grid Corporation of India Limited is good. All these PSUs are very good for initial money. Money wise, they are very good. Okay, ONGC, see, you need very less rank. Okay, but DRDO, if you get right, DRDO will give you a research profile, and you will get to work on complete electronics stream, and BARC also. BARC is good. These are the good things. Good PSUs, not PSUs, they are the Government of India organizations. They are the Government of India research organizations, right? Defense Research Development Laboratory, Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Okay, they are research centers. So there we will get to work on a particular field. So the work profile will be good. So if you get these things, you can join, think of joining. Okay. So if there are some persons who are interested for this RA and JRF PA, you can try out all the top colleges. There will be some openings. Okay. You will be working on some project. Like you see, there are professors, right? Professors have got some project from industry, right? So if they get some project from industry, that they will do it using this JRF, PA and RS. Okay, so you will get to work on a particular project assigned to you by a professor. So this positions will be recruited by the professors depending upon the jobs, depending upon the what do you call projects that they have. Okay, so you will be get to work on a current trend project. It will be a good hands-on experience on the project, and later on using this experience you can join industry. Okay, this is the advantage of this RF, JRF and PA, RA. These things will be dependent on the professor. So all the institutes will be publishing this one. We will get to work on different projects. Okay. So this is the contact to IGC. You can contact. Thank you guys. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me.